Okay, lights, camera, sound, action. Hi, this is Duncan again. You remember me from the last time you watched me. I'm going to do another food review for you, and then I'm going to do a challenge, right? We've already reviewed the... We've already tasted the Smash Kitchen American style barbecue sauce. And so now I'm going to review some chips and then I'm going to try it and see if this goes with the chips. Okay, look, an unopened bag of crinkle cut dill pickle chips. Unopened. It is opened, okay? I was going to lie, and then I was going to do... Look, I was going to do this. Like, I was going to pretend it wasn't open and do this. Right? But I'm not going to do that, because I'm an actor, and y'all believe that. I know y'all believed it. I know. But I just want to be honest with you. I feel like if you're tuning in to get honest from food reviews, you need me to be honest. I opened these the other day because I thought they were... Look, I saw the back. I thought they were jalapeno chips. And then I realized, wait a minute. They're the dill pickle chips I'm saving. And so I didn't try them. I'm going to try them with y'all, but they are opened. And my lady friend did try them, and she said, I don't like them. And she loves pickles. So my review is already tainted. This is already a spoiled review because the bag has been opened. Right, they're like 3 days old now. I did keep it shut. You can tell I kept it shut like this. But let's just try it, okay? You just want to know if they're good or not. They're the Kettle brand crinkle cut dill pickle potato chips. Smell test, smells like dill pickles. Now you take a look at the chip, look at that. It's got some like dill pickle seasoning on it, okay? It just has got some dill pickle smells. Dill pickle, faint, but potato and dill pickle. Is that going to be a good combo? Vinegar, number one. And then when it hits the back of my tongue, then I start to get that little pickly flavor, but it's slight. Let me try it again. That didn't have a lot of flavor on it. So let me see if I can find one. You want to see in the bag? Okay, let's see if we can get one. Now, let me review these crinkle cuts. I actually like this version of crinkle cuts. They're thick, and I actually like that quite a bit. I'm kind of impressed with how good these are. I'm talking about the potato chip themselves, not the flavoring. Okay. I need to find let me find one more, or let me let the flavor build. Should we see? Oh, I think this one looks good. Look at that. Look how much seasoning this one has. That has you know what is interesting about this? You can actually see the dill, like, you know, the dill is little slivers, like dill seasoning. You can see that has little slivers on it. This should let us know. This is interesting. I expected the dill flavor to be way more like impactful. It's very slight on this chip. And I kind of like that. It's about 75% potato flavor. And then it's almost like a pickled potato, a pickled crunchy potato. And I don't think you're ever going to find a flavor that encompasses all of those things. Leave it to Kettle brand to do a really good job making a crinkle cut chip. I didn't think I was going to like these, especially when my lady friend, but you know, it makes sense because my lady friend likes really strong flavors. And I like a lot of subtlety. Like, let me explain let me put it in, let me make an analogy sexually, okay? Say you're in the bedroom, right? And you're not doing anything. You're with a partner, you're with a sex partner or something, or you're with yourself and there's a mirror so you can see yourself. Let's start out with the you're alone scenario. You're alone and you're wearing just house shorts with no underwear. And you see in the mirror that one of your testicles is hanging out of your shorts, just out of the leg, just slightly. Just all you can see is just like side ball and then maybe a little tuft of hair. it's not a sexual thing, but the fact that it's not a sexual thing gets you going. Like it hypersexualizes it because it's almost taboo. Like you see a bit of nut hair, but look, you may like ladies. What if one of your labia is hanging out a little bit, and you missed a spot when you shaved, maybe, or maybe you don't shave at all, and you just see the hair, right? And you're like, wait a minute, all of that is attached to my labia. Whoa, whoa. And so you went from watching The Office reruns, right? You're like, I've seen The Office 20 times, but I can't get enough of it. It's so funny. And all of a sudden you hear Michael Scott, you know, wow, I burnt my foot. I burnt my foot making breakfast. You know, I burnt my foot in the sandwich press, and you're getting hot and heavy. Like you're kind of getting turned on by looking at yourself in the mirror with your shit hanging out. It all comes together just like these chips. And say you have a partner, your partner's walking around, maybe they're picking up laundry and doing stuff. They bend over and maybe they didn't put any underwear on. They have a long shirt. They're Winnie the Pooh in it, right? Man, woman, doesn't matter. They bend over and you see their butthole. They didn't mean for you to see their butthole. They didn't give it a second thought. But you're like, damn, that's such an intimate, private part of a person. And my partner is so comfortable with me that freaking Artemis 3'd me, right? Slingshot around the moon, right? And just gave me a free peek at that butthole, and it's not even sexual. That turns me on. It's all of that emotional attachment to yourself, like, you know what I mean, or another person that really gets you horny. And that's what these chips, I have an emotional attachment to these chips. If these chips were a person, I would bore a hole in the back, I would lick it, I would squirt some ranch in it, and I would stick my hand all the way in there and then lick my hand clean. That's how much I like these chips, because they're understated. They're not coming at you. And guess what? They're chips. They're chips first, and then they have flavor on them. That's the way it should be. Human being first, and then sex, right? The sex is the dill pickle flavoring on the Kettle, the crinkle cut Kettle chip. That is the human. So that's my point. I got there. Now let's see. Is this going to go well? Oh, recommend 8.7 on the chips. Good chips. And then guess what? Are they going to go with American style barbecue sauce from Smash Kitchen? Let's find out. Let's grab two big old chips. And let's see, will these go together? I'm excited. I think they'll go together, but I have no clue. My mouth tells me. So we're going to do a good old glob. Y'all can see that. I'm going to do a little more, actually, because I want a bit balanced. Okay. Yeah. Here's why. You know what this lacks? Any kind of sweet note. Zero sweetness. This, if you were here for this review, this is a sweet, honey, heavy sauce. This is a honey forward, sweet forward sauce. This needs that sweetness. This is actually well balanced. This is well freaking balanced. If you're going to a barbecue, grab a couple of these bags of chips. They're going to go with whatever people, grilled chicken, grilled pork, grilled ribs, hot dogs. This is good. Highly recommend them together. Highly recommend both these products, but this review, highly recommend 8.7 Kettle brand crinkle cut dill pickle chips. Delicious. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, and maybe I'll tell you, instead of using analogies, maybe I'll tell you actual stories of me having sex. I don't want to brag. I've had sex 3 times. Bye. Cut!